Hello, it's MattyFBaby here with my third and final Rainbow Cup tournament for the month, and this tournament's team is gonna have my little flavor of the month, Execute again, and then we have Venusaur in for the first time. I traded for a Legacy Venusaur at GoFest. Thank you, Matt, for hooking up this mat with one of those, and then we're also gonna be throwing in Charizard this time instead of the Ninetales from the first one. We did use Charizard in our second tournament, but yeah, we got Charizard. So yeah, I mentioned the two grass and Charizard. So my two water were Azumarill and Quagsire, and then I also had a Fortress in there as well. So here we go, let's go see this tournament. It's not a weighted cup, let's go see how it turned out. Alright, so round one, we are facing a Mantine lead. We don't want to see the no Mantine as a Venusaur, but we're like, you know what, this Frenzy Plant still hurts the Mantine, so let's pop that out and then go switch out to the Azumarill so we can try to tank. I was trying to do a swap and tank. I wanted to hit him with my move and then tank the Sky Attack that came in, but he did not bust off the Sky Attack, so, good GG there, good job, Galron. He's one of my friends on my actual friend list, so we'll be able to battle here in a few days, remotely, so it's very nice to meet you. It was a pleasure meeting so many people at the tournament yesterday, and then I saw a couple of the same people from my two other previous tournaments here, like Arizona Jake and Smekrin, which I'm probably mispronouncing his trainer name, but yeah, thank you for hosting that too, and thank you for the great battle for round two. Anyways, so we let our Azumarill go down, and then we bust out the Execute again, or bust out the Execute. We bust him out. We're gonna send an Ancient Power flying at the Charizard that comes in at us, and yeah, that's gonna be almost a wrap instantly on the Charizard, not quite. But after that is going to be the Mantine back in. We threw the Ancient Power thinking it would be a Charizard or the Mantine back in. That's why I threw the Ancient Power before. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it worked out. So here we go, round two. We have a Mudshot Poliwrath, and that thing is a beast. It can be very viable in this cup, especially when played correctly. And right here, it's about to be played correctly. So, yeah. He is going to be able to shield bait us with the power-up punch. And so now he's like, he's thinking, I got two power-up punches. Should I go ahead and Ice Punch and just go ahead and destroy this guy? And that's what he's thinking. And I'm like, please don't do it. Please do another power punch. And he does. But thankfully, Execute is still able to tank that. And since we resist the Mud Shot, we don't go down on the charge moves, fast moves. Even though he's 2x stat boosted. So it took a lot of resources for me to get that Poliwrath down. And now we got Azumarill versus this Venusaur, and that's not what we want to see right now, Ricky Bobby. And so we get a Ice Beam off after shielding that first whatchamadoodle, that Frenzy Plant. He elects not to shield the Venusaur. And so you might think, Matt, are you crazy? You're gonna bring in this Quagsire? I'm like, yep, I am gonna bring in this Quagsire, and I think I made the right call there, because now the combination of I busted his shield with that Stone Edge, and now here comes the Charizard. My Azumarill would have went down, and then maybe my Quagsire would have went down to the Venusaur as well. So I think I made the right call swapping there, sacrificing the Quag, because I can tank anything from this Charizard, right? So yeah, very GG for round one, and for round two, this is a very, very close series. I just want to say, I got the bad lead, and then so I switch into my Execute, and we're going to try to fire off our Ancient Powers. I want to say it was a really laggy round or series with us, and we had to replay the second game, like, I want to say, I think 4 times, either 3 or 4 times we had to play it. And I was very lucky that the last one, he made a crucial mistake, and the other matches were pretty close. It could have gone either way, but he was up, I'd say, at least a little bit. You know, he was winning the switch advantages, but with the team comp I had, I think I still could have maybe pulled it off. But, you know, I asked him if he wanted to redo even on the last one. He said no, you know, and I still feel bad about it because his phone was being real laggy, and, you know, that's not my fault, obviously, because, you know, I had no connection issues the whole day. But I just feel bad because he was playing so well, and that second game he could have been able to ice me out and take me out round 2, you know. But anyways, we'll stop talking about what couldas and shouldas. I don't know, I just feel bad, but I did everything in my power. We restarted the match multiple times because of the lag issues, because he was lagging, and, you know, I don't want to just sit there and, you know, win off of lag. So eventually we just went through with the last game, which lagged for like a second. But yeah, I don't think it made a difference. I think really the bad switch made a difference in game 2. So here we go. Sorry to just talk about this game the whole time, but yeah, I just wanted to get that in. And so this is now our 3rd or 4th time we're playing this, and we've been doing like the same stuff pretty much the whole time. He hits me with the earthquake. I'm gonna do a play rough and switch. So yeah, we play rough, and then we're gonna switch into execute. I thought I did like an instant switch, but no, I go ahead and build up with the Azumarill a little bit. And now here comes my execute, and he's gonna switch into a Venusaur, not the Charizard. So that's where he makes a mistake. And yeah, that's why I feel bad, because all the other times he was switching to the Charizard, you know, then I'd have to bust a shield out with my ancient power. So it'd be like, you know, I'd go up and shield right there. I get like 2 free hits. And, you know, then I let him come in for a free hit. And then, you know, we're talking. And so, you know, I got 1 extra free hit right there. And I let, you know, I stopped attacking. You know, I could have been attacking there. But, you know, we're trying to be fair and square. And so, you know, he got the charge move off, which is awesome. I'm glad that he got that off. I'm seriously so glad. And yeah, just like I said, it just feels bad because you want it to be as fair as possible. And yeah, it just sucks that we had to do it so many times. And I think I still could have pulled it off, you know, in those other matches the way I was playing it. But he was up in those other matches, so this is just a round where I feel really lucky. Anyways, we hit him with the Stone Edge. Charizard can't take that at all. He just has a little baby bit of Quagsire left. We just tank that hit and go and get to our Stone Edge and finish him off. So round 3 is a really good match, and I think I do play it as well as possible for not having a good team comp, or the best team comp, because he had a Fortress on his squad but didn't use it either the first 2 times. He led with Quag every single time, you know. So I'm like, all right, let me see if he's going to go for the 3-peat. And he doesn't go for the 3-peat. Very well played to do the back-to-back. Try to draw me into thinking he'll go all 3 times lead with Quag. And then so now I farmed up some energy with Venusaur to start. And I think that really helps me in this game. Yeah, so I get an Earthquake off on the Venusaur, which that is going to do a lot of damage as a neutral hit to the Venusaur, and then I let my Quagsire go down. After that, we're going to bring in our Execute, and we don't want to instantly beat up the Venusaur. I want to kind of try to hold my shield advantage, but I have to shield the Sludge Bomb, so I don't want to have to use another shield on the Sludge Bomb, so I try to farm up at least a teensy bit before. Oh no, I don't even do that. Okay, I don't send it. So I do just farm, sorry. I farm straight up, which is the smart idea. That's what I should have done, but I was worried another Charger was going to come in, but we get the 1 Ancient Power off on the Charizard, and then the second one, so that's going to be able to down the Charizard, but now he's got Fortress against 1 grass type basically. But I have tons of energy. We have almost enough for 2 Frenzy Plants right out the gate, and we have 1 shield to his no shield. So I really thought it was a rep, because I've done this with Ivysaur a bunch, but I haven't actually been in this kind of a scenario with Venusaur, and just a little extra damage that the Frenzy Plant from the Venusaur has over the power from the Ivysaur is just enough for me to come and pull off this win. I'm glad that I farmed that energy and had that energy ready to go on my Venusaur. That was a super good series. Major honor on my end, and a pleasure to do those battles, and I can't wait for the next one, and hope that we don't have the lag issues, because it could have easily just gone the other way and I lose in 2 games. You know, it could have gone that way. I wasn't completely down and out during the laggy games that we had to restart, but he was up a little bit for sure. But anyways, now we're playing against Arizona Jake, who I played against in the Nightmare Cup. He's a very good trainer. He actually beat Martinell. If he didn't beat Martinell, then Martinell would have got the solo Nightmare Cup championship. Instead, it was a 5-way tie. So thank you, Arizona Jake, for your service last month and beating Martinell. So yeah, we got the Execute versus the Razor Leafer in this Victory Bell, and we're just going to be hitting him with Confusions, which, you know, is just gonna hit him like a truck. After that, we're switching our fortress, who can take this hit. It can take anything that Victory Bell has to send at it. So we're able to farm up a teensy bit, and in comes the lantern, and we're looking pretty good right here. We both have one shield. We're gonna get to our first rock tomb first, and then we're gonna be able to get to another rock tomb here after once he hits us with this thunderbolt, and he almost is able to get to another thunderbolt. It does take fortress a long time, like 20 bug bites to get to rock tomb. It's like something like that. It's like 17 or 18 for heavy slam, and then 20 for rock tomb, and like 22 for earthquake. So we're able to get to it right before he gets to another thunderbolt. So right here, we're in a bad lead, but it's not terrible. But we are going to switch in, and then what comes in after that. It's going to be that Victory Bell, but we're at least going to get to the earthquake and have to either force a shield or he's going to take massive damage. So he takes the massive damage, and we are able, he was probably expecting a stone edge, and we are able to get the Victory Bell gone, and then also get to another stone edge to force the shield on the Charizard. So yeah, we now we're like, do we bring back in the Execute or bring in the Charizard? So we're going to bring in the Charizard. And yeah, we're just going to bring that in. We started with the Charizard lead last match, Charizard versus Charizard. That was pretty funny in our first match, that it was Charizard versus Charizard. So yeah, here's Charizard versus Charizard again. I didn't want to bring in the Execute, even though I could have got the Ancient Power, off on him. I was like, what, let's try and save that because we don't know what's going to be in the back end, and I'm glad I did that because I did not want to have my Charizard versus this Lantern, right? That wouldn't have been very cool, right? That would have been a way less optimal situation for me. So this is going to be a pretty close one as well because we both got one shield, and we can't one-shot a Lantern from this range with the Seed Bomb. So luckily our Confusions are going to do massive damage. We're still not in the kill range with a Seed Bomb on a Lantern, and that boy is thick. And so you can see we're going to get there and just get some Confusions going. And yeah, so we were able to finish that against Arizona Jake. And here we go, the final round. 2 people, 3-0. This is a challenger. At the time, he's ranked around 1200 globally. Alright, so it's a pretty even matchup for the lead. I've done this matchup quite a bit, and I've been able to take a Stone Edge and an Earthquake, and I tried to switch right here to tank this Earthquake with my Execute. But I've done this matchup, and I guess just the IV spread worked out where I've done that matchup so many times and been able to take one Stone Edge and one Earthquake and then fire off that second Ice Beam with 1 HP left, and I just was not able to do it. So that kind of stinks, and that means my Zoom roll is all the way down. Now I wish I could have got the switch in time, but I was too greedy with how long it took me to switch. And this man knows about my egg. He's very ready for the fortress, and I think my demise for this tournament was that I just love to Execute too much. He's done so well for me in all my tournaments, and this guy even mentioned knowing about my egg, like someone in the first tournament that we were in, someone mentioned my Execute and it being an issue, and it just that I liked using it. So he definitely knows about the Execute. Anyways, we're looking real bad right here, and it's looking like a huge wipeout, but we're able to make it look closer. We're gonna get his shields down. We're gonna get him to use his shields, at least one of them. So he's got low HP and only one shield. It's not like a complete looking mollywop like it was about to be. The Zoom roll was. It was a Zoom roll with 2 shields, like full health. So yeah, it was looking like I got completely mollywopped. But here we go. Now this is where I wish I had Ninetales, because Ninetales at least can do a little bit of work on the Azumarill. But, we're just not looking good here. He's got the Fortress that can take out my whole team. I set up another bad team comp, and I think that's my demise too, was just not setting the best team comps. I at least left my egg at home this time, not wanting to be completely wrecked by the Fortress, so I at least learned a little bit, at least learned a little lesson. But, yeah, it's just I didn't have the right team comp. He had a better team comp than me, a better lead than me, and that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm not going to be able to take down this Fortress using a bunch of Frenzy Plants, It's not going to go down that way this time. And we're actually going to let our Venusaur take this Earthquake and go down. We're looking pretty dead at the moment, and yeah, so we're just, I don't know what to say. I just got outplayed, better team comps, better lead, and he just played better than I did. He also was sitting there talking some Wheezy MattyFBaby lyrics, just because, my name is MattyFBaby, and it's definitely where the origin of the nickname came from, was back in high school, just my friends and I liking Wheezy MattyFBaby and girls started calling me Matty out of nowhere in 10th grade, and then all of a sudden they started saying MattyFBaby. So yeah, he just comes in and finishes with a quag. Sorry for not that much commentary on the last match, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I told you where I went wrong, and he just played better than me, had better team comps, and got better leads. So very nicely done. It was a really fun tournament, and you deserve the win. And now I lost to somebody that's a top 500 global trainer, so he went up 700 slots. It wasn't my weighted cup, it was his weighted cup, and yeah, I'm happy for him that he got to go that high in the ranking. So I kind of wish that I would have went up or down at least a little bit, because my ranking didn't change at all. I went 3-1. I guess I didn't beat anybody with the high enough ranking to really give me any boost in the ranking system. But it's all good. Still happy to be where I'm at. Still in the top 3-point-something%, about 2,000, then 1990-ish now. But yeah, we're having fun. We're gonna say congratulations real quick to our winner. How many games did you win today?
I won 4-0.
Who was the toughest one you played?
MattyFBaby.
Oh, you know it. He might have 2-0'd me, but it was very tough mentally, because he couldn't stop singing Lil Wayne the whole time. So mentally, it was a very tough series for the man, because he was running out of lyrics that he remembered correctly. At least I know I would have been. GG, man.
Yeah,
congrats.
good game, man.
And congrats on hitting top 500 globally. Scoot, scoot. I know, right? Yeah. I lost to a top 500 global. I've been losing a lot of top 200 last month, top 300, now top 500. I'll take it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you go ahead and smash a like. Do that, and more importantly, subscribe if you're new, and maybe share with a friend too. And thank you to all my Patreon sponsors and my channel members. I really appreciate the support, and y'all help me get to that dream of being a mobile Pokemon Go DJ out in the park or downtown area near you. Ricky wrecked. I got Ricky wrecked in round 4, but that's okay, because with Jungle Cup time, it is time for Georgia the Jungle Tarzan hype, and I'm excited for this next cup. It's way less it gives you less headaches. Peace out.